No, Clark. Hey, everybody. Hello. I'm so excited to be here. I am so excited to be here. So I hope that some of you will join me. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be so good. Let's push these bangs back. I curled my hair for y'all, but I live in Florida and it is hotter than Satan's underpants here. So if you see this hair go up, that is why. But let's see who hangs out with me today. I am recording this training on a second device. So I know sometimes sometimes on Facebook Lives you miss it. So I am recording on a second device. Hey, Shelly. Hi, everybody. Say hello when you're here. Let me know who's hanging out with me. I am thrilled. To say that I am so excited is like an understatement. When Sam reached out to me, I was like, yes, please get me in there. Let me pour into your team. I am so excited to be here. So excited. Hey, Sam. Hello, guys. How are you? Say hi. Let me know that you're watching. I want to make sure that the comments are working. So if there are questions, I can get to them. Hey, I see Shelly's. Hey, Sam, I see him now. Perfect. Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is about to get really good. So I hope that you brought a pen and paper. Thanks. I curled my hair for you today. I went and worked out in 30 minutes. That seems to be like, you're going to hear 30 minutes or 35 minutes in this training today. It seems to be a trend, but I went and got like a killer workout in. Thank God for that setting spray. I was able to quickly throw myself together afterwards. This is going to be so good, you guys, so good. So while people are jumping on, let's just quickly, I'm going to say hey, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself because I feel like sometimes when you're diving into a new training, you're like, who is this person? And am I going to relate? Is this training going to work for me? So I want you to quickly be able to discern that. And if I'm not your vibe, go and get to work on your business and build it how it works for you, okay? Yes. Yeah, you could see the pool in the background. Yeah. So hey guys, my name is Carly Gates. I am thrilled to be here with you guys. I live in the US. I'm actually located in Florida. So yes, that is the reflection of a pool in the background. And it is hotter than Satan's underpants here. So, I don't know what you guys call underwear there. Whatever, you know what I mean. So if you see me pull this hair up, that means I'm getting fired up and I'm ready to pour into you guys. But it's a beautiful day here. And it's always a good day for a good day. So we're gonna do some quick training today on how to amplify your business. And I'm going to do it with just a couple of little reminders, things that have guided me in my business and a system that I built that I train on in my team that is incredibly impactful for normal everyday women who don't have a bajillion followers. Okay, here we go. It's happening. Who don't have a bajillion followers. I tried. And who have never gone viral, who drop things when they're doing live trainings. This for you, okay? This is for you. This is for the average, ordinary Hot Mess Express, okay? This is for you. So this mom bod's probably gonna sweat through this crop top and we're just gonna get real quick, okay? So I am a Golden Director with Farmasi. I've been with Farmasi since March, so 4 or 5 months now, but I've been in the industry for 10 years. It feels like 10 minutes. Good grief. So Farmasi for 4 months, industry for 10 years. I say that as an introduction because I want you to understand that I didn't get to where I am today from starting from scratch. I didn't wake up on the right side of the bed and like strike it rich in network marketing. I built this business with experience and continuing to listen and to learn. And the best part about network marketing is that literally everything is a skill. You can learn it, you can do it, you can train someone else to do it. Okay, that is just it. It is such a powerful vehicle for us to make an income and for us to make an impact. And that's really what I've held on to as I've grown my business. I don't know if you guys use this word over there, okay, across the pond. But the word is Moxie. It's one of my absolute favorite words. I happened upon it when I was reading a book by Jen Hatmeyer. Hey, girl. Happy to have you here. And she was talking about this word Moxie over and over again. And I was like, well, what the hell does that mean anyways? So I went and I Googled it and looked it up, and I figured out that this word is like my mission. I don't believe in coincidences. Maybe you do. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in plans. Plans that I have no part of. Plans that are gifted to me in little tiny chunks throughout my day. And if I'm paying attention and if I'm in the right headspace, I'm going to catch them. And those gifts are going to deliver me to where I need to go, to who I need to meet, to what I need for my next level. And I believe that learning that word Moxie in that moment was a gift. I believe that following my sponsor from my past company to Farmasi was a gift. I was paying attention. I was noticing the nudges. I was noticing the curiosity, and I listened to it. That was my intuition speaking, and my intuition has never been wrong. Okay? It is serving me because I don't know what you believe in, you guys. You can believe in whatever you want. You can call it the universe. You can call it God. You can call it, I don't know, the flap of a butterfly's wings or rainbow bright, for all I care. But I think there's something bigger, and I think that it is absolutely delivering us where we need to be. So that being said, if you're here and you're hanging with me and you're watching, this wasn't a coincidence. This was a gift. So listen for what that might mean for you and for what that might mean in your business, because there's something here. There's a reason why you saw the notification. There's a reason why you sat down with this video. There's a reason why you're listening to me and we're connecting today. And I sincerely hope that I am the flap of the butterfly's wings for you that levels up your business today. Okay. So if you're not familiar with the word Moxie, long story longer, Moxie means that you have grit. It means that you have this undeniable, relentless cleverness, this instinct that's going to serve you to conquer whatever it is you face in your everyday life. My business is branded with Moxie all over, okay? So my personal business has been branded as Moxie Makeover for a long time because I knew my intention was never to sell people makeup. My intention was to give people something that would make them feel powerful, that would make them feel confident, that would make them feel like they could walk into that room, whatever it was, and own it. Sit at a table by themselves until they find their people. Until they're served what they need. That was my intention. And so I thought, you know what, makeover, obviously makeup, that makes sense, but I'm here to make over the Moxie of these people, to remind them. Okay. And it's so amazing when you connect with that word, when you connect with what your mission is, what your why is, all of those pieces, things just start making sense. And that's what I mean when I tell you that things are gifts. There is no coincidence, right? You were meant to hear whatever it is that comes out of this blabbing mouth today. But I was meant to read that book. I was meant to hear the word Moxie. And since then, it has transformed my business because it's also told me that regardless of what's going on in front of me, everything is figure outable. Everything is figure outable. Nothing is permanent. I'm not stuck anywhere. I went for years in my past company feeling stuck. And when I had that light bulb go on that I am not stuck. No one's ever stuck. You are not stuck. You have permission to make whatever choices you need to make in your daily life, in your daily routine, to live the life of your dreams. You are in charge. We oftentimes, we don't want to admit that we have as much choice and as much power in our daily life as we actually do. Because it's way easier to live a crummy life than it is to do what's necessary to live your dream life. I'm going to say that again because I feel like I'm taking you to church on that one, but it is way easier, okay? It is way easier to live a crummy life than it is to do what is necessary to live your dream life. But once you do those things, once you consistently show up and you're doing these little habits, okay, and I'm going to talk about this. I have a system for you, so hang with me. Once you do these small habits that in the moment might feel like zero fun or might feel like, oh, this feels like work, right? It feels stressful. It feels whatever. Eventually, you build up some resilience, okay? You build up some thicker skin so that this no longer feels like work. It no longer feels like stress. It no longer feels like hard, okay? It just feels like your day. So when you look at top level leaders and you're like, well, damn, like how are they able to do that? How are they able to jump on a live? How are they able to do this tutorial? How are they able to? Because they consistently did it until it was no longer hard. Okay, I just went to the gym today. Lord, that was hard. Okay, I'm a mom of 3, and this body used to be an athlete's body. She's still in there somewhere, but I tell you what, like what used to make me, what used to just make me like glisten now makes me sweat. It just now makes me sweat. I'm like, holy cow, like how did I get to this point? Well, it's because I stopped doing those things for a long period of time. But I tell you what, now, as I've been going back and I've been getting into that same shape and I'm doing those, exercises, well, I'm getting stronger. It's no longer feeling as awful. I'm building up some muscle, okay? So the intention for me today is that I am telling you that you have permission to make necessary changes in your life to build the life of your dreams. Okay, that's number 1. But number 2, and this one might ruffle some feathers in the network marketing industry. I don't know, but I also don't care because this is just who I am. And it's my belief, so I can say it, okay? You do not have to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 to make money in network marketing. That wasn't why it was built. That wasn't why the industry even was developed. It wasn't done that way. It was built for people like you and me who have pockets of time in our day, but we desire a life where we can be present wherever we need to be present, and we can be productive wherever we can be productive. And that's why network marketing works for us, okay? And if we can do this, and we can train our teams to do this, you can build a business in 35 minutes of your day. Now, if you want to amplify your business, right, and you're wanting to level up and you're wanting to make tons of money, right? Will you maybe repeat the system twice because you have the opportunity? Sure. But chances are the more you do this, the more productive you get. What you accomplish in these 5-minute windows is going to double anyways. Your impact is going to double. So we're going to do small tasks that are going to create big results. The cicadas are coming out. Right now, right on cue. They're like, yes, queen, keep preaching. I don't know if you guys have cicadas there, but we have them here and they are noisy. Okay, yeah, take a break. Those bugs are so loud. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. If you're just here, you missed my little soapbox spiel, but you didn't miss the system, okay? You didn't miss the system, so you're right on time. Okay, so I talked earlier about gifts, and I talked about how I don't believe in coincidences and how each of us has something that we're also really good at too, right? So I believe that you're here on purpose. There's a reason that you saw the notification. There's a reason you tuned in. There's a reason why this is where you need to be right now, okay? There's a reason for it, and I'm glad and I'm happy you're here. I also believe in gifts from another side. Okay. If you have kids, you've probably seen the movie Encanto. And and it's one of my 3-year-olds. I have a 3-year-old. It's one of her favorites. And every time I watch it, one of my favorite questions to ask my kids is, what is your gift? Because I think they look at that movie as fiction, right? Because those gifts seem kind of out of the ordinary, maybe. Like, oh, that kid talks to animals. And I'm like, well, yeah, in the movie he talks to animals, right? But I know a lot of people that connect with animals on a deeper level than they do with any human. That's their gift, right? And I really love the end of that movie. Okay, I really love the end and finding out what her actual gift is. And her gift is connecting her family and building a strong family. And I encourage you to figure out what your gift is. So if you've never been asked that question, I want you to think about that. Write that on your notes as like homework after this, because if you can use that gift to then pour into the system I'm about to give you, it's going to 10x the power and the impact of the system we're going to talk about today, because you are actually going to be speaking and doing and acting from your gift. I was a teacher for 10 years before I entered network marketing. Well, actually, most of the time I was in network marketing, I was teaching full time as well. Here comes those loud bugs again. And I felt like when I left network marketing, or when I left education to come into network marketing, I thought, well, maybe I'm leaving behind this. Maybe I wasted all of my time. Maybe I have an advanced degree, I have a master's degree in education, and I'm just throwing it away. And the more I got to thinking about it, I said, no, absolutely not. My gift is to talk. My gift is to teach. My gift is to connect. Okay? And in doing that, being here with you right now, I get to use my gift in a powerful and impactful way. And what I'm giving to you is a boomerang, right? Those things come back to us. So figure out your gift, and we're going to apply it to this task that I'm going to give you. Now I got to pull up my little handout here so that I don't goof the system, okay? But this system that I'm going to share with you now is a 35-minute workday that can transform the intentionality of your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this. We're not going to do it together today, okay? I do have a link to one, to a training screen, I should say, on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to give that to Sam after I get off this live, and she can post it. So if you decide that this system is something that you want to try with timers, with the whole shebang, that you'll have access to that video, and it will be a guide for you. Okay, but I do think it's really helpful that you're here right now, that you're listening in, because you're going to know exactly what I mean by each of these tasks. Of course, I have the wrong thing open. Here's what I need. Okay, so what I like to call power pockets. Power pockets are 5-minute windows in your day where you have time to get productive, okay? A power pocket could mean that you have 5 sound minutes between when you hand your toddler a snack and when you go and hide in your bathroom with a 5-minute timer. No shame, okay? I've been that mom before where you're like, I just need 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes. I'm going to give you something you can do in that 5-minute power pocket that's going to give you a breather, but is also going to give you a chance to make an income, okay? Power pockets can happen in the pickup line. Power pockets can happen in between a break at work, on your lunch hour, wherever. You can do these stacked, or you can do these sporadically, okay? But I'm going to encourage you that you do them in order. While I'm going through these, I would love it if somebody, I don't care who it is, or maybe more of you, just so that you make sure that you're listening, would comment what the task is, so that people who are just jumping on can quickly scroll up and see that, okay? So the first thing that I want you to do, so this is our 35-minute workday. Our first 5-minute chunk of time is going to be one that's super easy. You're going to notice that these go from pretty simple, actually enjoyable, to businessy. Okay, the businessy stuff's at the end. The first thing I want you to do for 5 minutes when you're doing this system is to socialize. Sounds silly, right? But you're on social media. You are a social media marketer. So I want you to use social media socially. I want you to be a consumer, okay? But I want you to be a consumer intentionally, and so I want you to set a 5-minute timer. I don't know about you, but I can go down a rabbit hole so fast that all of a sudden I come up for air and I'm like, where did that hour go? Wowzers. I just learned everything there is to know about X, Y, and Z and Britney Spears and everything in between, and I got nothing productive done. So set a 5-minute timer, okay? And socialize. And when you socialize, I want you to be really intentional, and I want you to take that 5 minutes and connect with people in a very real fashion. I want you to talk to them, ask them questions. I want you to engage in discussion. Not just say, love the pic, or use the AI generated comments, okay? Facebook sees that, and they aren't going to favor it if you're just using the AI comments, okay? But if you're someone who types out something that's actually genuine and different than what everyone else is commenting, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they are going to favor you. They're going to see you as an actual real consumer, as a real person for people to connect with. If you're not really sure how to do this, you can just scroll, and anything that stops your scroll that is from one of your followers or friends, you can respond to. But here's one of my favorite tips for this. In this 5 minutes, one of my favorite things to do if I'm on Facebook, if I'm on Instagram, is to go through stories. Because when you look at a social media platform, the stuff that's on the top is the stuff that platform wants you to use, okay? So right on the top of all of these feeds is stories. All of them want you engaging with stories. So this is a great way, again, to play the game of the platform, but also here's the other perk. People who are in their stories are people who use social media the most often. So they're the most likely to see your content. They are also, it's more real time. This is something that likely just happened, or something that they just felt, or something that, is going on in their life right now. Whereas a Facebook post can sometimes be thought on, it can sometimes be an afterthought, it can sometimes be a throwback. And that is a really good way for you to stay on top of what's going on in someone's life. Now, threefold, the best part is that these people who are already in stories, who are already posting on social media, if they're not a part of your business, these are also the best people to invite to the business because they're already doing social media. They're already comfortable there. So if you're connecting with them and you're in their messenger, that's the other part. When you reply to a story, you're now in their messenger. So when the time comes that you want to encourage them to buy a product, or update them on a promo, or invite them to the business, it's not going to feel out of the blue because you've already had conversation with them. So you'll spend 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes connecting and socializing with people, okay? And trying to keep it so that it is actual, authentic, genuine conversation. The second one, okay? The second one is to celebrate. So for the next 5 minutes, it's similar, but it's different. So hear me out. You're going to spend 5 minutes celebrating people. Okay? What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Do I have to tell them happy birthday? You could tell them happy birthday, but I'm also going to maybe ruffle feathers in network marketing that I turned the birthday notifications off on my social media. When you have enough friends, it's like every day. I'm like, I just can't. Okay, I can't. Also, they're already getting 13,700,000 birthday things a day. They've got people in their messages, they've got people texting them, they've got birthday plans, they've got this. When you post on their page, happy birthday, beautiful, you are one of hundreds. Okay? When you use this celebrate time, you can still be those people if you want. You can definitely still say happy birthday. I'm not telling you to be like the bah humbug Scrooge of birthdays, but when we're talking business time, building business, building relationships, we're going further than that, okay? During this time period, I want you to look for people who have real things going on in their life that you admire, that you love, that you are maybe even envious of. And I want you to give them an authentic message, send them a text, do something that celebrates that success, and you're gonna notice something. Okay, when you do this, what's going to happen is, again, good vibes, good energy, all of this fire that we're pouring into people, right? It's a boomerang. It's going to come back tenfold. All of a sudden, you're going to be like, that felt really good. Okay, so not only am I building their confidence, but that's coming back to me and it feels good. So here's another tip. if you're doing this and you're like, well, I don't even know what to celebrate, I'm in a funk, okay? Sometimes we get a little depressy messy. Sometimes it's weekly every month. I don't know how that is for you, okay? But some days I could literally do everything and have a glam squad and not feel beautiful and not feel confident and not have whatever, because that's just real life, okay? I would love to tell you that everyone feels hunky-dory perfect all the time, but it is not true. It is not real life, okay? Especially because if we don't have those days, we wouldn't know what confidence feels like to begin with. But on those days, when you're like, I can't celebrate anything because I'm feeling like a slug, I want you to think, what would be a great compliment for me today? And I want you to go give it to somebody else. So a lot of times for me, and this is speaking from my experience, I don't know about yours. A lot of times for me, my stress, my anxiety comes from parenting. It comes from my marriage. Marriage is hard work, right? All of those things. But when I see people that are tremendous moms, I am very intentional now about letting them know, like, hey, I love the way you mom. Seems like a really weird compliment, right? Seems like a really weird compliment, but you should see the life come back to a mom who hears that compliment, because they're like, I was feeling like a failure until 30 seconds ago when you just said that. And now you're seeing something in me that I didn't see. Wow. And when you say that to somebody else and they reply back to you and you have that connection, you're going to notice it's going to perk you up. Okay? Whoa! I have no idea what just happened there, but it was like perfectly timed. That was great. Did you see the fireworks, you guys? What the hell? All right. See, the universe gives back. That was too much, but I like it. I always say it when people were like, you're kind of extra. I was like, you can call me extra, but in my opinion, I was made for more. That's what's happening, okay? So I don't know what was happening, but it was perfectly timed. So, party time for sure. So yeah, so you're gonna notice that it boomerangs back. You're going to feel better. It's going to uplift you. And you are going to be able to carry forward then, even if you're feeling like a slug that day, to do the remainder of your tasks, okay? The next one, 5 minutes. Next 5 minutes is to snap. And so right now, I'm actually going to encourage you to do this task. If you can, if you have another device, or capture a screenshot that shows that you are here on a live training right now. Okay, I want you to snap. To snap means that you are taking 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, and you are going to take pictures, take videos of whatever is going on around you, okay? Whatever is going on around you, you're gonna take pictures and quick little videos. It doesn't even have to make sense right now, okay? So for me, I mean, I could just take a quick scan of my backyard. I could take a picture of my office space. I could take a video of this training happen. I could take a picture of my messy living room. Right now, you're like, that is stressing me out. Why would I want to take a picture of my messy living room? Well, because you know what, my friend, that is relatable content. And when you can show Rita down the street that you also have a messy living room, but you're also earning trips to Miami, you're earning trips to Turkey, you're going to convention, you're doing these things, you just got a bonus check, you're winning. She's like, well, damn it, if she can do that with a messy freaking living room, so can I. And all of a sudden, Rita's gonna have questions about your business, okay? I know that aesthetic homes are like all the rage right now. And that might work for the Amazon influencer. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, a network marketing leader, okay, a network marketing leader has to relate to their audience. You can't be perfect. You can't be pristine, because nobody is going to feel like they can do what you do if you are like over the top, out of their league, okay? So be relatable. Be someone that's just like them, okay? So that's fine, even if it's the dishes in your sink. It happens. Real life, okay? The next one, okay? So your next 5 minutes is to scout, Again, this one doesn't suck. This one's actually pretty fun too. For the next 5 minutes, you're going to dig into your platform of choice, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, whether it be TikTok, and you're going to start to scout for trending audio, other trends that like videos where you're like, oh, I could recreate this. And you're going to save the audio. You're going to maybe even send one of the things that I do, because this ADHD brain is moving so damn fast, you guys, I will have like a brilliant moment. Life-changing, earth-shattering, brilliant idea. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, wait a second, but I was gonna change the world with that and I can't remember, okay? So here's what I do. If I'm scouting and I see these things that I love, I send the video to myself, okay? So I save the audio and I send the video, and then I can go back at another time and I can build, okay? And that's where all of those little snaps and all of those videos, the videos that you take, I would suggest keep them like 15 to 60 seconds long, so that if you are using an external like third-party app, like maybe CapCut or something else, that if you're using those templates, that you have enough video, it's long enough for that to work. Okay, so make sure that you do that. But during this scout one, you really are just collecting. Okay, collect. And if it looks like something you could do, save it. Okay. That one's an easy one, okay? The next item, so now we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on step 5, okay? So by the time you finish Scout, you've already worked your business for 20 minutes, okay? You've already worked your business for 20 minutes. That's pretty good, and you've done it in 5-minute chunks. And the more often you do this, the better you get, okay? The 5th chunk, okay? The 5th task is to schedule. You can also throw create in here, but for 5 minutes, give yourself a 5-minute timer to schedule a post, to schedule a story, and to build something, okay? This is where we're actually doing some action. We're actually putting something out there. Now, if you are someone who's like, I hate being that girl, I don't want to sell something on the internet, it feels gross to me, this is your time to shine, my friend. I'm pointing at you, okay? I'm pointing at you. If you're like, I can't talk about the opportunity. I can't post about the makeup. I don't know what I'm doing. Schedule it, okay? It is my top tip, because it doesn't feel like you're actually doing anything. You're making the post and you're scheduling it for like down the way. It's out of sight, it's out of mind, okay? And when the time comes and that post hits the internet, you're not even gonna remember it. Okay? It's not going to hurt. It's not going to feel uncomfortable. None of those feelings are going to happen for you, because scheduling isn't scary. Scheduling isn't scary because it's not happening in real time. And then when it does happen, it's already passed. It's already happened. It ain't no thing. Okay? So scheduling is a really important one, because you're creating, you're doing those pieces. Okay? Easy peasy. 5 minutes. And this is really important also for those of you who maybe struggle with stories. If you're like, I rarely remember to put a story up, it's really important that you are in stories, okay? So even if in this 5-minute time, if in this 5-minute chunk, the first thing you do every single time is create a story and schedule it for the same time every day, then you will always be in someone's stories. You have to realize that everyone consumes social media differently. So it is important for you to be showing up in posts. It is important for you to be showing up in reels in some capacity. It can be faceless, and we'll talk about that too. And it is important that you show up in stories, because some of your top customers are hanging out in stories. They never look at posts. Some of your top customers only watch reels. They never look at stories. All of it mixed up. Okay, so it is important that you are there in some way, and your business is there in some way every day. And again, you can schedule it if it doesn't feel good. If it gives you the ick, use a scheduler. Okay, I promise it will help. All right, next one. We're almost done here, okay? The next one is where the fortune comes. This is the follow-up, okay? Spend 5 minutes following up with past customers. Hop into your back office and start looking at who ordered from me recently, okay? Don't forget about those folks. Ask them ask them how the product is working, if they just got it, if there were any issues with it, what they like most about it. I often like to ask questions that lead them to a positive, okay? Because I feel like there's always something not to like in a product. There's always something to like. And so if you ask them like, hey, are you having any issues with the product? Why would I put that in the front of their brain? Ew, no. I can say, hey, did you try your products yet? What are you loving about it? How are you loving the color? I already know it's gonna look beautiful on you. If that's how you're starting out your follow-ups for those regular like first impression ones, you're gonna get better feedback, okay? Because you're feeding forward. You're asking them the good stuff first, okay? What scheduler do you use? I used Meta Business Suite. I do everything in Facebook business. I do have Canva Pro, so if you're someone who uses Canva, you can use the scheduler on there. That planner works fine too. But I find that like for stories and stuff, I don't need anything super fancy for that, so I'm not really creating that in Canva. Again, I want to show up as a real person because I'm doing network marketing. I'm not doing influencer marketing, if that makes sense. Okay, so for follow-ups, so once I've gone through the folks who just ordered from me, that's done. Now I'm gonna start thinking about the people who ordered from me in the past, and in the 5 minutes, I'm gonna be hustling, okay? So this is where having your messages, your follow-up messages, having them saved as a keyboard replacement, having them saved on boards, having them saved in the notes on your phone, those are important, okay? Because it's gonna make everything faster. Okay? Again, we're working smarter, not harder. We're working fast. We're doing small things that have a big impact on our business. And doing that, the front load of that is having a plan, having something already set. Okay? So when I'm talking like, I'm thinking about mascara. Okay? Mascara is an easy one to have a reorder from. So if someone ordered a mascara from me 3 months ago, I'm going to be sending them a message. And my follow-up is going to sound something like, hey girl, I use their names because I know hey girl gets a bad rap, but for this example. Hey Sarah, I just wanted to give you a heads up that it has been 3 months since you ordered your mascara. I hope that you're still getting really, really good results, but some signs that you're ready for a reorder is that the product's flaking, you're not getting the length and definition that you once did, okay? Or it's just feeling like you're not getting a ton of product on the wand when you pull out. If you have any questions, if you're noticing any of those things, please reach out. Otherwise, here's a link to quickly reorder so you don't run out. I assume they want it. I assume. And this and the reorder is where I start giving like, these are the problem areas you might face. Because up until that point, they might not have noticed that it was kind of flaky. They might not have noticed that they weren't getting the same length and definition. They might not have noticed, that it's drier coming out of the wand. I also like to include, it is ophthalmologist recommended that mascara be replaced every 3 months just for eye health. That's another tidbit I put in there. So for like contact wearers, usually pretty worried, right, about having germs close to their eyes. So those are some pieces that I include. I assume that they want it. I send them the link. People don't want necessarily to have to ask you and have a middleman for everything they order. That's the benefit of being able to go to, Target up the road or whatever drugstore and get your products. You don't have to talk to anybody, okay? Sometimes network marketing feels awfully people-y for social media. Some people, myself included, I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm being like constantly like sold 75 things. But if you already know that I like the mascara, I'm probably gonna want the reorder, just send me the link in the message, okay? Send me the update, send me the link, wham, bam. Give me the opportunity to ask questions if I have, and then carry on. The same thing goes for foundation. If it's been 4 months for a foundation, that's usually how the seasons change. So I will send a message and say, hey, I'm just checking in. It's been about 4 months since you ordered your foundation. I want to make sure that you're still doing good on supply, but also that the shade is still matching your complexion with the seasons changing. Do we need to make any adjustments on your color match? Ask the question. Carry on, right? You can also send them the link. Like if the shade still works, here's the link. If you already know that like the next shade down for them is probably going to be whatever, you can say, here's your current shade if you want to reorder that one. Here's your shade. Here's one shade lighter if you're feeling like that's a little dark as the seasons change. Assume again, okay? We're assuming that they're running out, that they need another product. So follow up is really important. All right, I'm almost done. I pinky swear, okay? The last one is to build. And this is the one that I think is the most powerful. And I hope that you really take some notes on this one, okay? Because I think that this is the one that 9 times out of 10 feels the ickiest for people who just joined network marketing. And this is where I'm going to ask you to work on building your business organization. A lot of times we are okay and comfortable and confident in talking about our personal business, but inviting others to it can feel nerve-wracking, especially if you're new and you're like, I don't have the leadership skills I need. Have you ever heard that? Leaders that are watching, has anyone ever told you, like, I can't talk about the opportunity yet because I'm not ready to lead? Okay. That's why we have plug and go resources. That's why you have a page like this that has amazing leaders and resources being poured into it. Okay. This is the one where I'm going to give you a 3-step approach to building your business, who to reach out to with intention and not cold messages. Okay. Again, this might ruffle feathers, but the way I train my team is not to cold message your list of 100. Okay. Because I don't want just anyone with a heartbeat on my team. I can't be doing CPR to try and bring people back to life to do this business with me every 30 days. I can't do that. I want people that desire to be here, okay? I would rather have a smaller crew that's fiery and feisty and like make shit happen than this huge team with people who just joined willy-nilly. Because maybe they got so sick of me sending them a message because I made it to number 37 on my list of 100 again and it was their turn. Like they just didn't want that message in the first place. Okay? So here's what we're going to do instead. Okay? This is for you. If you're like me, this is for you. You are going to practice the law of attraction, sure, but the law of intention. And I made that up. I made it up. I don't know. It came from my brain. Okay? So you can decide if you want to believe in it too, but I think it is true. Okay. So here's the deal. When we are building our business, we're going to use the law of intention and we're going to break it down into 3 parts. When we are taking this 5 minutes, we are going to connect people in 3 categories. The first category, and this is easy if you're just starting. If you are new to the business and you are just like, I have no idea what I'm doing, this is for you. Okay. You are going to reach out to people that would be fun. That would be fun to work with. Easy, right? I'm not asking you to retire your husband. He'd probably drive you crazy if he was home with you all day anyways, okay? I'm not asking you for that. I'm asking for you to do this and let's have fun. So if I'm sending a message to someone and I'm like, hey, I signed up with Farmasi thinking I was just going to use the personal discount, but now the discount's killer and the promos are fun and this sales organization that I got locked in with actually like has resources, but I need someone who's like fun to do this with me. And you came to mind. I'm not showing up like I know all the answers. I'm not showing up like I am the queen of the castle. I'm showing up with an invitation. That sounds fun. And $10, you have someone in mind that you're like, actually, that girl would be so freaking fun. Who did I travel with? Who did I do these things with? They would be great to do business with. Even if they're just doing the basics and maybe they only sell a couple products a month. Who cares? That's called momentum, sis. Get those people in. Get those people in, okay? And they're fun and they're not going to be dramatic and they're not going to be... No, you want the fun people, okay? The second category for building is you're going to reach out to somebody who would be an asset to your organization. This is the intention, okay? I didn't go to school for business. I didn't go to school for marketing. I have routinely reached out to people that I know who did, who work corporate jobs, who have been trained on objections, who have been trained on how to do all sorts of things. I go to them and I say, hey, I've built a successful sales organization, but there's something missing. I need someone in my sales organization who can train people on how to handle objections, on, key performance indicators when it comes to sales. And you can even ask ChatGPT for like, what are some lingo for business and marketing? Okay. So it sounds like you know what you're talking about. Okay. If you don't know those words, like, I wouldn't even know what to ask for. Ask ChatGPT. Okay. It'll help you out. But you're asking them for a specific skill. Same goes if you're trying to build an international market. This is one thing that I do often. I'm looking for a leader that has connections in Mexico. I know you know people in Mexico. Would you be willing to work with me and help build my sales organization in that country? You have the strengths, you have the skills, you have the network. That doesn't feel gross. It's not, hey girl, I just did a thing. Just joined for $19.99. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. That sounds like spammy pammy, and we don't want to do that. But if you sound like you are someone building a team, building an organization with intention, my God, they're signing up. It feels good. It also feels good to have someone recognize who doesn't work with you in your corporate level job that you're a badass. That feels good, and people are going to sign up. Okay? So an asset. The third category is you're going to reach out to somebody who is a product lover of yours. Product lover to such an extent that they no longer ask you questions. They just log onto your website and they order from you regularly. Think about people who regularly order like $100 a month. Okay? Maybe less. You can figure out what your threshold is. Okay? But you're going to reach out to them and you're going to say, hey, I've been looking through my numbers. I love getting orders from you. I am so grateful for your positive support, but I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't tell you that you could get all those products for 50% off if you just got your own Farmasi influencer link. It still benefits my sales organization overall, but it benefits you too. Are you interested? 50% off? This is going to be good. Okay? All of a sudden, that's not spammy pammy. That's someone who's looking out for you, who's like, no, you're overspending. You're not getting enough. You're not getting enough for your product. I've had people say for this one that, well, what if they spend less money with me then because they're only going to be spending $50 instead of $100? Well, babe, your GV is going to remain the same. Even if they spend $50, that's still 50 points. I don't know if the numbers are exactly the same in the UK, but you get the gist. Okay? Also, the other side of this is that chances are, if they had 100 to spend before, they still have 100 to spend. They're just going to get more product. So your GV is actually going to go maybe up because they're going to be spending 100, right? Versus less once your commission is paid out. So that's still a strategic sell of the organization, of the business. You're not just getting anyone with a pulse, okay? Because I don't want discounters that I'm not getting my commission on. My dog is in the window. I don't want discounters that I have to keep doing all this work for. I don't want that on my team. Like if I'm answering 1.5 million questions from you, I still want to get commission on that because it's my time, okay? But if you are a product lover, I want you to do your own thing, okay? I want to take myself out of the middle. That's that, you guys. That's it. We got to the end. I'm so glad that you loved this. I hope that there was something in here that you heard that you were like, yes, I can do that. Or yes, this is for me. Okay? And if you want to, drop it in the comments. I love that. Hearing like, what was your key takeaway? I hope the system spoke to you. And the biggest piece, you guys, is as you leave with this, as you leave with these notes, as you go back and look at this, or maybe you watch my YouTube video, I want you to take it and tweak it so it feels like yours, okay? I want you to take it and tweak it so that it feels like yours, because if it's yours, you'll use it. Okay. If it's yours, you'll use it. If you don't and it's just mine, it might not resonate quite as much and you might use it once and then be done or not train on it, but take it and tweak it. If there's something that you're like, no, you know what? I want to rename this section so that I remember, but it's so good. You guys, these small things, these small skills, they build habits. Habits build momentum, and momentum builds strong businesses. Okay. That's it. So I hope that this was powerful and impactful. You guys are incredible. You were meant to be here. We were meant to hang out for this little bit of our afternoon. And I can't wait to see what you do with your sales organization. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I will talk to you soon. Take care.